Alright.
Welcome to another build, you pissed off bastards. This time it's a mix between Barbarian and Cipher called the Witch. This makes for a powerful DPS build where we're gonna focus on being a Barbarian but with Soul Annihilation ability so that we can build focus fast and then unleash Soul Annihilation on our poor enemies that will die from one shot. I had a bit of help with this during my last stream, so thank you everyone for contributing to the build. So let's get to it.
Me something else. How you like that?
Berserker has these bonuses and penalties, plus you also gain significant hit to crit conversion while frenzied, which is just ridiculous on its own. Thing is, you will be confused while frenzied, so your AoE attacks will damage your friends. You also cannot see health while frenzied, and you will take continuous raw damage. It isn't much, so you don't have to worry about it, especially later on in the game. Soulblade bonus gives you Soul Annihilation ability. That's the only reason why we're using it. It is extremely powerful ability, but the thing is, you need a lot of focus to be that powerful. It will convert it to raw damage, which means no way to defend against it. Unless you miss. But that's why we have high perception. Also, when you down an enemy with a melee weapon, you get raised max focus. But the penalty is that max focus is reduced. And your combat starting amount as well. It isn't a big issue, to be honest. For race, I went with Nature Godlike. We have two important attribute boosts, Dexterity and Intellect, and also Wellspring of Life, which grants us more power level whenever we activate Frenzy. Power level will increase the effectiveness of Barbaric Smash and Soul Annihilation. This is why this works well with Witch, but you don't need to go for this race if you don't want. This build will work without this race as well. As for the attributes, this is what I went with. Perception and dexterity are extremely important, but you don't need to max out dexterity. There are plenty of action speed boosts from the Barbarian passive tree. Perception is the most important thing here. You must not miss your attacks, and we need crits. Everything depends on us critting as much as possible. Put some of the points into might to increase the base damage, leave constitution at 10 and dump resolve, but I wouldn't dump it all the way, leave a couple of points in and put some points into intellect as well. My intellect is base 13 plus 1 for godlike. Intellect is important because frenzy duration depends on the intellect, but you don't need to max it out. I don't think it's worth it, honestly, because frenzy in its own lasts a long time, and you can always use Empower to refresh your points and use frenzy again. From the active abilities of the Barbarian tree, what you need is frenzy upgraded all the way to Bloodstorm. Do note that Bloodstorm should be taken as the last ability at level 20. On level 19 you should take this first, Bloodthirst. This will help you more than this. Then what you need is Barbaric Blow upgraded to Barbaric Smash. If the hit kills the target, the rage cost is refunded. This is why we can spam Barbaric Smash when enemies drop to about a quarter of health. If we kill the target, it's like we didn't use Barbaric Smash. And the thing is, it's a full attack, so we're gonna use both weapons. And the move itself does more damage than normal auto attack. With all these increases. It's something you will be using a lot. That's all you need from active abilities. From passive abilities, Blooded, 2 weapon style, thick-skinned, this will help a bit boost your survivability. Accurate carnage is alright, but it's not a must. 1 stands alone. Bloodlust, plus 20% action speed after a kill. That is insane, considering that you'll be killing enemies left and right. Bloody Slaughter, I mean, you're just gonna down enemies faster with this. Uncanny Luck, some of the hits will be converted to crits. I always love to use this on DPS classes. Interrupting Blows, definitely take this one. We are aiming for critical hits as much as possible, and if we can interrupt enemies, so be it. Improved Critical. Brute Force sometimes targets Fortitude instead of Deflection. That is great if you're up against an opponent that's got high deflection rating. So there's more chance of you to hit them. And as I already mentioned, Bloodthirst. From Cipher ability tree, mostly you'll be picking out passives, because for Barbarian tree you'll be dealing with specific Barbarian passives that you need. From the Cipher tree you already have what you need, that is Soul Annihilation. So you don't need anything anymore. I've chosen this as my starting spell because you can charm your opponents, which is extremely good. We're gonna upgrade Soul Whip to Draining Whip. It will increase our focus gain by a lot, which we need in order to constantly use Soul Annihilation. Go with this, Iron Will, this will improve your will by a lot, plus 15, usually it's plus 10. Psychic Backlash upgraded to Brutal Backlash, it stuns everyone that is targeting your will defense. And it will also do some raw damage to them. Absolutely fantastic skill. Greater Focus, it will increase your max focus. The more focus you have, the more damage you will do with Soul Annihilation spell. Keen Mind, it will increase your starting focus by plus 10. If you want, you can go for Echoing Horror. It is a useful team skill. And for the rest, choose what you will if there are any points left. But these are the crucial ones. From the gear we will be using Battle Axes because of the 20% crit damage boost, which is huge. We already have improved critical, so it's now plus 30% crit damage boost. If you have, for example, gloves or something that will increase your crit damage even more, that's going to be plus 40 or maybe even plus 50. Use light armor. You want minimum recovery time. And that's really all there is to it. This time no Torkar. We are fighting level 19 enemies and I'm level 20 currently, and also I'm slowed during the whole fight because we are walking through a swamp. That's the environment debuff. So anyway, you use Frenzy, with it you gain nature godlike buff to power levels and then you start DPSing. We are using dual weapons simply because we can attack faster, which means we will build focus faster. Now that you have focus close to maximum, use it on an enemy that's got almost full health, because you will kill them immediately. Barbaric Smash should be used when enemies are at about quarter of their health, depending on their armor. If they have high armor and high slash defense, then I would suggest that you leave it to drop down a bit further. That's the whole thing. Frenzy, when your focus is close to maximum, use Soul Annihilation. Annihilate an enemy instantly with it, and use Barbaric Smash when you can to boost your damage further against enemies with low HP. If you kill an enemy with Barbaric Smash, your rage cost will be refunded. Next to all of that, we are doing AoE damage through Carnage, which noticeably at this level is not that great. Earlier on it's much better. Also, these are one tanky bastards that we're fighting, these bog, whatever the hell they are, but they will also drop through Soul Annihilation easily, because it's raw damage, so there's no counter to it. Just me and my tank doing what we do best, kill bastards. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a really powerful build that is obviously efficient at highest levels. I have plenty more coming, mostly thanks to your brilliant ideas through comment section or through stream, and I thank you for it. Anyway, you bastards, see you soon.
Let's go. This fight is mine. Should have run. There's no. Take him down. That's how it's done. Let's go. I'm in. This fight is. Should have run. No good. This fight is mine.